NHL arenas. Are the older arenas better than the newer arenas? In my opinion, for the Flyers, I think they downgraded basically for the when they moved from the Spectrum to the Wells Fargo Center. The thing with the Spectrum is that it was a smaller arena and the fans were right on top of you, and it made for a loud building and a better atmosphere for basically what was going on. Doesn't mean that the Wells Fargo Center doesn't get loud. It does at points, especially during playoff time. But I really feel that the Spectrum was a lot better ambient wise and sound wise for a hockey game because you were so close to the action. You were right on top of the ice. And I've been in both buildings, and I have a special fondness for the Spectrum. So what I wound up doing is I got my little notes here. I wound up going through all the teams and the arenas that they are in now, and the arena they had just left. Now, a few of the teams have not moved arenas. They're still in the buildings that they are now, and I'll give my opinions on. I mean, I really don't know the sound ambience from older arenas that fans have been to, because I haven't been to all the arenas, and one of my bucket lists is to try to get to one of them. Definitely go see a game in Calgary and Edmonton during the dead of winter to go see the Oilers and the Flames play a home and home. But I'm going to run through and give you these are just my seating capacities, and you guys can tell me in the comment section below. If you've been to both arenas, let me know how you guys feel. I mean, Little Caesars Arena's open up this year, so you really can't give me a opinion on the Detroit's new arena, but give me an opinion on Joe Louis or the one that they were in before that, if you guys have been to both arenas. So let's start off. I did this by division. It was way too hard to do it by alphabetical order. I didn't have the time, so I did it by division. I got it in alphabetical order on that one. I'm going to start off with the Atlantic Division. The Boston Bruins, they play at the TD Garden with a capacity of 17,565. And they left Boston Garden with a capacity of 14,448. In my opinion, I feel that the Bruins downgraded from Boston Garden to TD Bank Arena or TD Garden. I feel from what the stories I've told, Boston Garden was just a hellhole to play in. The temperature, the air conditioning wouldn't work all the time. The heat, I mean, there's the famous case twice in the Stanley Cup Finals that the lights went out. It was a pain to play in, and what made it very special was because it was small. I feel that they downgraded when they went to TD Garden. I mean, that's just my opinion. Boston fans, let me know what you guys think out there. Next up is the Buffalo Sabres. They play in the KeyBank Center. 19,070 people fit in that place, and they left the odd, which was 16,433. Once again, I feel that the Sabres downgraded. The odd was an old building. It was loud. Everybody remembers who was alive back then. The 75 finals when the fog rolled in between the Flyers and the Sabres. But I feel that the odd was a lot better building than the I believe the KeyBank Center that they're at now. I believe it's KeyBank Center. I mean, Sabres fans out there can tell me, was it the KeyBank Center where the scoreboard fell? I'm not positive on that one. Detroit, Little Caesar Arena holds 20,000 people. We won't know until this year how well the building plays. But they are downgrading only by 22 people from Joe Louis. I remember the 97 finals. Joe Louis could be a loud place. I remember watching the Cup Finals between Detroit and Pittsburgh. Joe Louis, it was a loud place. I can vouch for that one. The Panthers played at the BB&T Center, 19,250. They moved from Miami Arena from 14,703. Miami Arena was basically, it was the basketball arena when the first expansion. A little lower, a little less capacity. I mean, lower. I feel that less people, the better ambience you have. I mean, you're right on top of the action, and it's a lot louder. From seeing Panther games, I haven't seen a game at the BB&T Arena. So, Florida fans out there, if you guys want to let me know what you guys feel is, which was the better arena if you've been to both. The Canadians, they play at the Bell Center. 21,288 people. They moved from the Montreal Forum at 17,959. Once again, I feel that Canadians downgraded. The Forum, the seats were just so straight up and right on top of you. I feel that the Forum was a lot better place to play than the Bell Center is. Moving on, once again, Montreal fans, let me know what you think. If you feel that you guys, once again, you get fans of the teams that I'm going through here. Let me know what you guys think of if you've been to both buildings that I'm mentioning. Let me know what you've been. Let me know what you guys think. What was a better arena? I like to hear your opinions. These are just my opinions. I've never been to all these arenas, so let me know what you guys think. The Senators, they play at a Canadian Tire Center of capacity of 18,572. And they moved from the Ottawa Civic Center to 10,575. I figured the newer arena is a lot better because that was just a Civic Center. We'll get into another Civic Center later. The Lightning, the Amalie Arena, they hold 19,092 people. They moved from the Thunderdome, which was 28,153. Here's where I think the Lightning are better off in the new building they are in the Thunderdome, which is Tropicana Field for the Tampa Bay Rays. It's a baseball stadium. It's basically what it is. Tampa Bay, I believe their building is a lot better than what they moved from. And rounding out the Atlantic Division, the Maple Leafs, they play at the Scotiabank Arena. Wikipedia really needs to get up on their stuff, man. It's not the Air Canada Center anymore. Somebody needs to go and fix that. I got most of these from Wikipedia, so if my numbers are off, there you go. 18,819. They moved from the Maple Leaf Gardens, which was 15,726. I think the Maple Leafs downgraded when they moved out of Maple Leaf Gardens. My personal opinion. I've seen Flyers game. I haven't seen any games there, but from watching on TV, it seemed like Maple Leaf Gardens was a lot better ambient-wise and a lot better place to watch a hockey game. Moving on to the Metropolitan Division, we're going to start off the Carolina Hurricanes. I am not doing the Hartford Whalers. Don't ask me to. I am not doing them all. The Hurricanes play at PNC Arena. 18,680 people go there. They moved from the Greensboro Coliseum. 21,273. Here's a case where Carolina upgraded to their new arena. Less people, I feel, has more of a homely feel, more of a louder feel. The Blue Jackets, Nationwide Arena, 18,144. It's the only arena they have been in. They're a rare case where there's no opinion. From what they've got the cannon, so that makes the sound a little louder. The Devils, the Prudential Center, 17,625. From the Meadowlands Arena to 19,041. Here's a case where the higher capacity is better than the lower capacity. It was a pain in the ass to play at the Meadowlands Arena. It was a real pain in the ass. I hated when the Flyers went to that building. Though the Devils fans could never really fill the building, when they did fill it, it was a loud place to play. And hence why that's where they've won all their Stanley Cups. I've never been to the new arena. Devils fans out there, tell me, you guys tell me what you think of the new arena. Do you prefer the Meadowlands or do you prefer Prudential? The Islanders, Barcade Center, 15,795. From Nassau's Veteran Memorial Coliseum, 16,117. Another case where the higher capacity was a lot better. It was a bitch again to play in Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. That place was a hole, and Islander fans like it. It's kind of like the Vet at Philadelphia. That place was a hole, and we love it because the ambience in the building, and especially when the Islanders were winning their 4 cups. It was a pain in the ass to play there. When the Islanders were good, Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum was a bitch to play at. Barclays just sucks. The sight lines suck. It's a basketball arena. Come on, New York. Come on, Islanders. This is why your team won't win it again. Move back to Nassau. Who cares if the arena was a hole? Sometimes when the arena is a hole, is a piece of shit. Come on. It's a lot better arena. Trust me, the Spectrum wasn't all that great towards the end, but it was a great place to watch a hockey game. And I feel the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum was a great place to watch a hockey game. Islanders fans, let me know what you guys think. And I'm telling you, and the majority of you guys are probably going to think that Barclays sucks. Rangers they play in Madison Square Garden, the fourth version of Madison Square Garden. 18,006 are in that building. They moved from MSG 3, 15,928. All I've seen are games from MSG 4. It can be a pain in the ass to play, especially back in the 80s when the Ranger fans were very, very vocal. They are vocal now, but for those Rangers fans who are alive to see a game in MSG 3, let me know if you guys prefer the different building, or if you guys prefer the newer building. I mean, some of the fans out there, it looks like MSG 4 it's a great place to play. Next up are my Flyers. Wells Fargo Center, 19,543. Coming from the Spectrum, 17,380. I've already gave my opinion. I feel the Flyers have downgraded from moving from the Spectrum to Wells Fargo Center. Doesn't mean Wells Fargo Center doesn't get loud. All you need to do is go watch highlights from Game 6 of the 87 Finals. You'll see how loud the Spectrum can get. The Penguins play at the PPG Paints Arena, 18,387. They moved from the Civic Arena from 16,940. I feel the Penguins downgraded. They downgraded moved from the building that they were in. Civic Arena was a pain in the ass to play in. It was smaller. It was the igloo. Fans were on top of you. I don't feel that with the PPG and Paints Arena, wherever the hell it's called now. I can't stand the Penguins, but I will give the Civic Arena its due. It was a good place to see a hockey game, especially on TV. The Caps play at the Capital One Arena, 18,506. From the Cap Center, 18,130. Washington fans, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys feel it's better at the Capital One Arena or the Cap Center? I really wasn't, around when the Cap Center. All I know is the Capital One Arena, also known as Verizon Center. What was it doing before? I know that the Verizon Center, Capital One Arena, can get loud. They can get loud, but I'm not sure how the Cap Center was. For those Capital fans out there who watch this, please let me know in the comment section what you guys feel was the better arena. Moving on to the Central Division, the Blackhawks play at the United Center, 19,717. Moving from Chicago Stadium, 18,472. Here's where I feel the Chicago Blackhawks upgraded from when they moved from Chicago Stadium to the United Center. That Stanley Cup Final, the Stanley Cup Finals that I have watched, and when the Blackhawks are good, I really don't know about Chicago Stadium. I know from when the Bulls played because I was a Bulls fan, and I know the building can get loud. But I don't know from what the Hawks played if that building was loud or not. So Chicago fans, I am a Chicago fan. I like the Blackhawks. They're my Western Conference team. Well, next to the Edmonton Oilers, who are my Canadian team, but they're also in the Western Conference. It's weird. But I feel that the 3 Stanley Cup Finals that I've seen the Hawks play in, the United Center is a loud place to play, especially in 2010 when they were in against the Flyers. It was their first Stanley Cup Final since '92. So, I mean, that city was ready to burst. And so glad that, they did beat my Flyers, but I'm glad that they won that Stanley Cup. The Avalanche play at the Pepsi Center, 18,007 people go to that, and they moved from McNichols Arena from 16,000 to 61. I feel that the Avalanche upgraded when they moved to Pepsi Center. That building got loud when Ray Bourque won the Stanley Cup in 2001. The Predators, Richstone Arena, 17,113. That's the only arena they have been in, and that place can get loud, as we all know from last year's playoffs. The Wild XL Energy Center, 17,954. I am not doing the Minnesota North Stars because they are the Dallas Stars, and I have the other arena that the Dallas Stars were in. Like I said, 17,954. From some of the games I've seen, it seemed to get loud. I don't know. Minnesota Wild fans, tell me out there how you guys feel that building is. Or if you do feel that, the Met Center for the North Stars was better. From what I heard, it was a hole and nobody really took care of it. But you got a beautiful arena. And I will say this, your new jerseys, your new Adidas jerseys, those Wild jerseys, oh my God, are those beautiful. Whoo! I don't really like the new Adidas jerseys, but the Vegas Knights jerseys and the Minnesota Wild jerseys, those are some beautiful sweaters. I don't like using jerseys. I like using sweaters. Those are some beautiful sweaters. St. Louis Blues played at the Scott Trade Center, 19,150. They moved from St. Louis Arena, 17,188. St. Louis fans, tell me out there what you guys prefer. From what I've seen, Scott Trade can get pretty loud. I've never seen any things from the St. Louis Arena, so just let me know what you guys feel. The Jets, here's a curious case. I am going to do the Phillips Arena for this one. They were the Atlanta Thrashers, and they moved to the Winnipeg Jets. I am not doing the Arizona Coyotes like that. The Jets played the Bell MST Place, 15,294. Phillips Arena, 18,545. Here's where I feel that Winnipeg upgraded. I've always, like I said, I feel that the lower capacity is the better arena, depending on the certain place and time. I've regretted the higher capacities a couple of times on this because from what I have seen. Jets fans, tell me out there what you guys feel. If there are any Thrasher fans still out there, let me know how Phillips Arena was. Moving on to the Pacific Division, we're getting close to the end here. The Coyotes, I hope I don't butcher this, play at the Gila River Arena. I think that's how you say that. 17,125. They used to play at the America West Arena, 16,210. The newer arena is a lot better. America West Arena wasn't that great. Coyotes fans, tell me what you guys think. The Calgary Flames, Scotiabank Saddledome, 19,289. They moved from the Stampede Corral, 7,424. 7,424. Saddledome's way better than the Corral. I don't know about the Corral, but from what I've seen, the Saddledome can get loud. Hence the 2004 Stanley Cup Final, hence the 1989 Stanley Cup Final, hence the 1986 Stanley Cup Final. The Edmonton Oilers play at Rogers Place, 18,641. Formerly the Northlands Coliseum was where they played, 16,839. From what I've seen, the new place is an okay building. I really haven't paid really that much attention, and I am an Oilers fan to the ambient, because of everything that was going on last year with my kid and the personal stuff. I really didn't get a chance to catch the Oilers in the playoffs, but I do know that the Northlands Coliseum can get majorly loud. So Edmonton fans, let me know if you guys prefer the old arena or the newer one. It looks beautiful. I will say that the Rogers Place looks beautiful. Kings play at Staples Center, 18,230 people. The Los Angeles Forum was their final place, 16,005. Here's another case where the more capacity is a lot better. I feel that the gameplay at the Staples Center is way better than it was at the LA Forum. Hence, those 2 Stanley Cup wins that the Kings got. They were pretty loud there. But Kings fans, let me know what you guys think. Especially you, Jack Malay. Let me know what you think. If you preferred the Staples Center or the LA Forum. Sharks play at the SAP Center. I am not going to call it the SAP Center. It is the SAP Center. 17,562. They moved from the Cow Palace, 11,089. The Cow Palace is a very famous arena, especially for wrestling. You can get a lot more people in there when you do wrestling, but that was for hockey. So I think the SAP Center is a lot better for hockey, especially during that Stanley Cup final run. The place got loud. Vancouver Canucks play at the Rogers Arena, 18,910. And they moved from the Pacific Coliseum, 16,150. Rogers Arena can get loud. And what I mean by that is the 2010 Olympics. That place was a loud place. And I'm an American. That place was hopping during that gold medal game between the United States and Canada. The Pacific Coliseum, I really don't know much about it. I remember watching the 94 finals, and I don't remember if it was loud or not. The hockey guy, Shannon, let me know what you think, because since you're a Canucks fan, if you like the Rogers Arena better than the Pacific Coliseum, or if you like the Pacific Coliseum better than the Rogers Arena. And the Vegas Golden Knights, T-Mobile Arena, 17,362. I can only tell you what I've seen from wrestling, and that is the place can get, I don't know, it could be okay, but Vegas is a different kind of crowd than most cities. It's more of a pedestrian, like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a city for like people coming in and visiting, a visitor city. We're not going to know how that building's going to be. We won't know for a couple of years how that building's going to be if the Vegas Knights make the playoffs. That's where you're going to find out where your building is loud or not, or if it's got a great sound to it, if it's a better arena, is in playoff time. That is when you will know that you have a great sounding arena. You can't really tell much during the regular season unless it's you know, what the hell am I thinking? Like a rivalry game, because I do know that when the Penguins are in town, the Wells Fargo Center rocks. But like I said, the Spectrum was a lot better. Imagine now if the Flyers were still playing in the Spectrum and Sidney Crosby and the Penguins now came into the Spectrum, that building would probably fall down. That's how loud the Spectrum could get. But let me know what you guys think. Fans of the teams I went through, I just gave my opinion of what I thought and where I think, and just my opinion. But the fans of the teams, let me know which building you guys prefer to prefer to prefer to watch the games at. What you felt was the better arena. Like, subscribe, share, comment in the comment section below. My friends, good night and good hockey.